I fell for it again. So, after a great performance against Kansas, maybe not necessarily a respectable opponent, but an opponent that earned their 4 seed nonetheless, I thought this team was different. Like, holy shit, maybe they can actually do something with this consistency. I was wrong. They then decided, no, you know what? I want to be consistently garbage. I don't know what kind of tactics they've been teaching this team during the entire season, but all the things that I saw today and many other days in the past, all those bad things that had happened in previous fucking games, previous conference games, previous non-conference games, the Utah incident, all that culminated into this dog shit performance. I don't understand. You don't understand how horrifying it is to watch your team be consistently dominant in every single motherfucking game. You know their flaws. You've watched every single game. You know what will break them down eventually. And you're just waiting for that pin to drop because of your previous experiences. And now it's dropped hard. Those first 2 sets, completely abysmal. That 4th set, completely abysmal. And that all culminated into the 5th set being god awful. Not being able to use challenges correctly earlier in the game, not being able to use timeouts correctly, not being able to course correct at all during this entire fucking game. Multiple chances to do that. And it's like you didn't even set yourselves up to do anything. I said it time and time and time again. This Big Ten is severely under-talented. The talent in here was closer to a Sun Belt than it is a Big Ten. This talent out there looked like dog shit that we were playing against. It seemed like they could make the same consistent mistakes over and over and over again. And that is what Nebraska came in thinking that Texas A&M could do. But the thing is that Texas A&M didn't do that. And that seemed to shock the hell out of them. Because we went from title contender to not even making it to Kansas City. Are you fucking serious? The only team to have 0 losses is out in the regional final. I said it again, time and time again. Something is going to rug pull this team. And today, it was the many miscues that they would have normally been able to get up from. They just never were. They were not a mistake-free team like people would like you to believe. They were a team that had flaws. And what do you know? Texas A&M had some pretty darn good scouts. They had some pretty darn good scouts. And that's how they won the game. They knew exactly what Nebraska was going to do and played into it. They played into it and then also focused on Nebraska's weaknesses. This is something that sounds so fucking basic, but it seems like nobody in the Big Ten knows how to do that. Nobody in our non-con knows how to do that. And it might show if Texas A&M is able to actually win this, but if they don't, it's really just that they were able to focus a game plan for this. They figured it would be good enough for that. This was gonna be expected at any point. Okay? When I heard all the noise about, this is national championship contenders, they forgot the game against Kentucky. They got lucky that Kentucky and the many net violations on both sides eventually caught up. It is a severe understatement say that this was a flawed team. This team was flawed. There were flaws in this team. And I was unfortunately proven right. Because, again, I want to be proven wrong about my thoughts of this team having flaws. I wanted to be proven wrong. And here we are. I am proven right. And I am sad. I am very, very sad. We could not do that. We just could not do any of the things that we did. We could not go into the game thinking we can sleepwalk into this. Did you not learn from the fact that you did not dominate LIU as much as you did certain other Big Ten opponents? You've got to remember that this is a team that only has 4 losses on the year and is in the SEC, which is a semi-respectable conference. Okay? It is a Power 4 conference. It is who we are competing with to be the number 1 conference. And this is how you give it up? Every other Big Ten team was so trash, and this just proved it. And yet we are ending on the same exact fucking cycle as Purdue was. Purdue and Wisconsin. Seriously? Seriously? You fucking serious? Is this really it? Like, you were able to stat pad on some Big 12 teams and some NEC school that barely anyone has ever heard of. But you gotta respect your opponent and play them 100% of the time. And I don't think the team ever did that in any shape or form. It showed against Utah when they were more focused on infighting instead of playing, Utah. Where's Utah in this, by the way? I don't see them playing well. You would think they would have looked like gods when they beat the shit out of us in the first set. Seriously? As soon as that first set went down, this team was going to fall apart. Didn't matter what happened in that 3rd or 4th set. That 5th set was going to be the fall. I hated when people were saying, "Oh, the 3rd set matters to see if we can reverse sweep." No, it doesn't. What matters is the 5th set, and they looked god awful in that set. They looked god awful in trying to finish the 4th set. If we were able to at least finish one of the 9 other fucking match points, set points, if we had any of those, then we'd have more fucking energy to play in that 5th set. You aren't going to get that timeout. Apparently, a timeout between 4th and 5th set doesn't exist. But you seriously think you can sleepwalk into this? You fucking can't. There's a difference between the great teams and the greatness of teams. The greatness of the teams are teams that take every single opponent to the maximum. They take every single opponent and yeet them out of existence. That's what greatness does. You are just great because you think you can do it, even if you want to. Even if you are having an off day, you still think you can. And this time it bit you in the fucking ass. UCLA. You remember that game? You remember that game. That was infuriating because they thought that they could just sleepwalk when they're playing at 9 p.m. our time. They're playing super goddamn late. And they think that they can just walk through a team that, is pretty well rested. They did not walk through them. And that's how it became 3-1. Your biggest test should have been, something during the regular season. But Penn State sucks. Wisconsin wasn't even up to the task. And it definitely showed in the NCAA tournament. But it doesn't matter because you got eliminated in the exact same fucking round as them. Actually, wait, no, Wisconsin hasn't even played. Whatever, Purdue. You got eliminated in the same fucking round as them, god damn it. Yeah, Wisconsin plays later. Who was I thinking of? Creighton. Yeah, I was thinking of Creighton. You got eliminated in the same round as your inbred brothers to the east. You got eliminated in the same round as that Purdue Boilermakers team that you swept. You might be eliminated in the same exact round that Wisconsin is in. Okay? You realize how catastrophically bad this was. This was a catastrophic performance. This was a team that had to reverse sweep Louisville. We beat Louisville, all right? We didn't have to reverse sweep Louisville. We had to reverse sweep Kentucky. And honestly, it would have probably been better if they fucking lost to Kentucky. That game, in my mind, was a loss because of how poorly you played. Doesn't matter what happens in the other sets. You played poorly in those first two sets. You're going to get your ass beat in these kinds of situations. And that is exactly what it showed today. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Do you think you can just sleepwalk every single game? Because you fucking can't. They earned their right to get there. Okay? They beat Campbell. They beat TCU. They beat Louisville. They earned their spot. You needed to out-earn them to make it to the semifinals. And what do you know? You didn't. That is all on you. You all need to get your shit together because this was supposed to be the year that you won it again. You were the number one favorite. You were the betting favorite. You should believe in yourself to do it. You should believe in yourself to play up to expectations every single game. You should play your opponent up as much as possible. It is why I would cheer for a fucking team that just ran up the score against every single fucking opponent. Because you know what? They respect their opponent. They try and beat them as much as possible. Just for, beat the shit out of them. But to show what they can do. You showed what you could do on today. You showed that you could choke. You showed that you could play down the competition horrifically. And it's for you to finally bite yourself in the fucking ass. Because that is exactly what happened today. Playing down the competition doesn't work all the time. And especially in a situation where loser goes home. You just can't. You just fucking can't. You can't believe that, you can just start playing well when it comes to win or go home. You just can't. You have to play basically like that all the time. You can't believe that, you can just waltz right through anything. Because you fucking can't. You have to play your ass off every single game. No matter if it's LIU, no matter if it's Florida A&M, no matter if it's UMC, UMBC, no matter if it's Wofford. You have to play through every single game. Because eventually, results like these will bite you in the ass. Now, going from being, sweeping every opponent to getting absolutely swept, yeeted out of existence, unacceptable. You at least needed to have, a slight fall, a 3-1, a 3-2, or something like that. Yet you didn't. And yet you fucking didn't. You decided, you know what? I want to play like shit. I want to just decide, I'm just going to not do anything like that. I just want to, take the day off today. And deal with, things. I just want to think about next opponent. Bitch, you don't have any right to say in next opponent. Okay? You have to play the opponent in front of you before you can even think about the next opponent. Okay? A&M had an extra day to think of us. Okay? And clearly that was more than whatever the hell you were doing. Thinking about stars and shit. I don't know. What are you doing? What are you doing? Why? Why did it have to end like this? Just why? Why do you think this has to be some sort of thing that you just you have to, like, suffering builds character, okay? But this kind of suffering does not build character. This is just the consequences of your own actions. All right? You play like this and you're going to get got at some point. All right? You were going to get got at some point. And this is exactly what it's shown today. I just hate that I had to be Trev, man. Why this round? Why? Why did it have to be Trev? I could understand Pitt. I can understand that. It's a 1 seed. They want revenge. This fucking Trev, man. It's the guy that fucking bailed on us for for just wanting some extra money for whatever, a yacht. I don't know. He left for that. While we're better off without him, Jesus Christ, this and the basketball loss makes me question it. Like, what are we doing? Kelly? Please just fucking. It's not always next year. Because next year, there could be 10,000 injuries. Okay? We were mostly lucky that we didn't have too many injuries. Okay? But next season, everyone could be fucking injured and you don't even make the tournament. Okay? It's always now or never. And yet you never played like that. It's just, dude. You just know it's gonna happen because you watched the football team fucking rug pull you for so many goddamn years. But when it's this team, when it's a team that everyone thought was basically unbeatable on the outside, you know its flaws, but you also want to believe that it, can actually do something, can actually win a national championship, do actual good things. When you think, fuck it, it's this year, it just dies. It just fucking dies. How is this the team that loses first? Out of men's and women's and volleyball? How does this lose? I don't understand. Like, really? It had to be A&M, dude. It had to be A&M. Like, what are we doing? Let's just disregard everything that I said about the same round as Wisconsin. Unless they do it lose. Then just kind of forgot that they haven't played yet. I thought the other team was. That. Where the fuck else was it? I don't care. I thought. Whatever. It's still Creighton, bro. Like. I gotta say, eliminating the same round as Creighton. Like, are you fucking serious? And again, Creighton played this close. There's a reason why we were infuriatingly in that, had to fucking destroy that game. And it seems like they didn't learn. Any record in the regular season, it doesn't matter. Because you choked in the one tournament that matters. You won the Big Ten. Congrats. But in the end, it doesn't matter. When you bomb out of the tournament like this. Do you really think this is okay? Because last season, we made it to the semifinals. The national semifinals. And we were just a couple things away from going to the finals. Everyone was so goddamn young. They were all so, into the system. And and then this year is supposed to be it. Everyone was supposed to stay and do everything. And this is the performance they put in the regional finals. At home! Gotta remember, if it was at home, they would have kicked the shit out of us. If it was at their place, or if it was at neutral site. And just... Why? Just why? You had it all. In the palm of your hands. In the end, you choked it so bad. So goddamn bad. Texas A&M deserved it. And Nebraska didn't. For how shit they played. They had a good game plan. And we couldn't stop it. For the life of us. Didn't adjust. Didn't try anything different. Just stuck in quicksand. Until we eventually sunk. Well, thanks for listening. I'm just gonna go do all the things. Like, what did we have to do? What did we have to do? Like, what else? What else did we have to do? Why?